Hi everyone, it's Callie and I am back with another Walt Disney World dining review for you. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite character dinners that you can get at Walt Disney World that is not inside the parks. This one is actually at one of the Walt Disney World resorts. It is my favorite resort, so if you haven't guessed by now, today we're talking about storybook dining at Artist Point with Snow White. This is a really special dinner option for character dining at Walt Disney World. It is located in the beautiful Wilderness Lodge Resort, which is one of my personal favorite resorts on property, and so it is always good to have an excuse to go and visit this beautiful, beautiful location and also get a great dinner at the same time. So I've been here twice. I went once with my mom, we did an adults trip, and then once with my whole family. My kids were just under 3 and 5 at the time, so I can tell you that whether you're traveling with kids, whether it's a solo trip or you're going with some friends, this is going to have a menu and a character interaction that everyone will really enjoy. So as you head into Wilderness Lodge, if you're coming in through the lobby, you'll actually head a little bit toward the left as if you're going to the quick service Roaring Fork area, and you will see Artist Point. This restaurant has changed and kind of had some different iterations over the years, but it has settled very comfortably into a special character dining menu and experience for all ages. It is only open for dinner, so keep in mind this can be a really hard dining reservation to get. If it is one that you want to, get for your next trip, make sure that you get online right at that 60-day mark for your resort stay so that you can get that dining reservation. It is one that goes very quickly and for a lot of good reasons. So as you enter in, you're going to enter into the Enchanted Forest. The theming in this resort it's very calm, very peaceful, very serene, much like most of Wilderness Lodge. And you'll see twinkle lights that change colors and kind of change design throughout the course of your meal. There will be times throughout the meal where the lights will dim, the music will come on, and you will be introduced to the cast of characters that you have joining you for your dinner. Obviously, Snow White is the headliner of this dinner experience. She is wonderful. She will glide through the room and spend time at each table, getting to interact with everyone. So it's a really great option if you have little kids who are maybe a little intimidated by some of the character meetings. A great way for them to meet characters if they are a little scared of kind of going in front of a lot of other people is to schedule a dining reservation where you have character meet and greets like this one, so they can kind of sit in the peace of their own space and have the characters come to them instead of them being forced to go to the characters. So just one of the tips that I usually give people who are traveling with young kids. All right, not only do you see Snow White, you also see some other really rare characters that you don't find many other places. You'll find Grumpy and Dopey. They will also circulate all the tables and interact with you and sign autographs, and they're really fun, and it's really a great time to chat with them about what's kind of going on in their world. You can ask them questions about the mines. You can ask them questions about if they were helping to, make some of the food. They're really fun. They're really funny, and a lot of laughter is happening with those two. Now, the final interaction that you'll have is actually going to come at the end of your meal. They will introduce the evil queen, who will kind of create her own regal space in the restaurant. You will see her from afar, and you will be summoned to her side toward the end of your meal with the royal invitation to come up and approach her, where you'll be able to interact with the evil queen. This is a really fun interaction. I would say do not think that your kids necessarily are going to be afraid. She's very much in character, but it's also in a way that the kids really enjoy. My daughter walked up and did a curtsy and said, "Hello, Your Majesty," and the queen looked down her nose at her and said, "Oh, finally someone with some class." And so it was one of those things where while she is very sassy and very much in her character, she is also kid friendly, and it's a great spot to get a whole family photo because they do have a PhotoPass photographer stationed right there, so you can get a great shot of the whole family and the evil queen. And it's really fun to meet a villain because it's really rare to meet them, especially when you're eating or you're having dinner somewhere. All right, let's talk about what you get with dinner. This dining experience is going to be, a signature dining experience. You're going to use 2 of your table credits for this meal if you are on the Disney dining plan, so keep that in mind. It's very similar to places like Cinderella's Royal Table, which I've also reviewed, so you can take a look at that review if it's on your list of places you may want to try. But it is $67 plus tax and gratuity for adults and $41 plus tax and gratuity for children. Obviously, kids under the age of 3 are free, and they will be able to get a smaller plate, and they'll be able to eat off of some of your food and maybe even be given a small sample of some food. My son, I think, was given some macaroni and cheese that he loved, and we kind of just shared around a little bit with him when he was under 3. All right, so the way that the food is presented to you is also really special. You're gonna see the appetizers. These are all gonna be served family style, so you're not going to order one of the appetizers. You will get one of each for every number of guests in your party, and they will be displayed on these really cute leaf stand placeholders on your table. And it's a really fun way to try everything. If you do find one that you love, like the mushroom bisque, which is my absolute favorite thing on pretty much the whole menu, you can ask for more and they will bring you more servings of whatever your favorite appetizer might be. Now, the menu for your entree is one that you will select at the beginning of your meal. So you can choose any one of these entrees off of this menu. The prime rib is probably the #1 most popular. When I looked around the restaurant, you'll see a lot of people ordering the prime rib, and it was something that you could just cut with a knife. I've had the beef stroganoff and I still think about it. It was a really great meal for me. So again, a lot of variety here for you. And then similar to the appetizers, the desserts will be served, again, family style. You will get one of each of those different options on your table. And then they will also have a very special dessert that comes at the end, a very small little thing that will go home with you that you can have as a kind of a wrap up of your meal. I will not share more about it, but it is a theatrical presentation. It is really cute and really special. This is also one of the dining restaurants that has some really great cocktails that are going to be uniquely themed to Snow White and the Evil Queen and everything in that realm. And so if you are someone who enjoys a cocktail or a mocktail, definitely check out their list. This dining experience is one that I think everyone can enjoy. It's also a great reason to spend a little bit of time maybe outside of the park. It could be something that you want to do on a rest day, a resort day, or if you're at Magic Kingdom and you want to take a break from just all the hustle and bustle, I would recommend taking the boat directly from Magic Kingdom all the way over to Wilderness Lodge. It's a very quick and peaceful boat ride. You can have an early dinner, maybe like a 4:30 or 5 o'clock dinner, and get back to Magic Kingdom with plenty of time to see the fireworks at night. This is one of the things that I really enjoy doing. It kind of gives everyone a break from the heat and a great meal, and then you're kind of recharged and ready to go for the rest of the day. So if you are looking for some help with planning your travel, I am a travel specialist and I specialize in all things Disney, and I love to book travel for my clients, my friends, my family, everyone. So if you'd like a little help with your next trip, my services are completely free. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.